Hello, welcome to this update. Just a quick update for the some things for the severe weather and this upcoming storm. So we had a few changes since yesterday. Just a recap here: we have some flood watches are in Texas, an avalanche watch in Montana, spots of Oregon, California, some high wind watches, and if still some red flag warnings, the southeast. So here we have this marginal risk that was added today, Texas and Oklahoma, just a few wind gusts and some hail, nothing that crazy. And in Florida too, near like southeastern Florida, maybe a little bit of wind and even some hail, but tornado nothing. So gusty winds along some risk for hail will accompany isolated thunderstorms across southeastern Florida Peninsula, parts of southeast Oklahoma, north central Texas. So be aware those areas today. Just a recap here. So shows those storms later this evening across southeastern Florida, because we have this line that's moving through Florida, the remnants from yesterday, that did cause some severe thunderstorm warnings today there, but later the herd does have some stronger cells southeastern Florida. So yeah, stay safe and starting Texas, as you can see there. So here for south shows like a few cells fire in Texas, just north of Dallas, and maybe further south later this evening, and then might still be some tonight in Oklahoma, and next morning, not next morning, yeah, tonight and into next morning, that shows some more storms there too. And then as you go into tomorrow afternoon, it shows those strong storms in southern Texas, strong mainly in terms of heavy rain, and into northern Mexico, which we'll explain in Spanish in a minute too. So be aware. And tomorrow is a very interesting day. We have this slight risk in Washington and Oregon, and this marginal risk as well, extending to Idaho, and in southern Texas a marginal risk. So there's some 5% wind threat there in the northwest and in Texas. There's the 15% hatched hail threat in Washington, Oregon. This is the first time I've seen anything hatched up there. And there's a 5% as well, and a 5% in Texas too for hail. And tornadoes are 2% there in Washington, Oregon. So be careful. Severe thunderstorms are possible across parts of the Pacific Northwest on Wednesday afternoon and evening. Coverage should be mostly isolated, but probable quarter few supercells is apparent west of the Cascades. This may produce large hail and a brief tornado and locally strong gusts. So be aware. And those storms I showed you in Texas there, not areas. So here does show for like northwest. There's the her. It went kind of insane this morning. Let's see if it's still like that. So it does show later uh, tomorrow afternoon, those storms near like in Oregon starting there west of the Cascades, but it doesn't go that much further out than that. But uh, I can't zoom in here that much, but if we can take a look here on this picture, so shows some more isolated storms there. There might be stronger, some severe ones too, that hail. So stay safe, be aware. There's some other models like the NAM too, but it might exaggerate a little bit. So here shows like it shows those storms there, but shows more widespread. So it here shows Wednesday some there, Wednesday evening, especially some moments, because it doesn't stay there, but it's hard to see, but it does show Wednesday evening some stronger ones there, and still like some might be left in Idaho, and a few remnant storms there too. And Thursday most of the action in Texas shows some heavy rain there. So be careful in those areas. Into Saturday and Sunday, we still have this trough coming, plus the moisture from the storms in Mexico and the Gulf and everything might have still be that severe weather. But but we did have some changes there. It's not what you expect. So for Thursday, we still have this marginal risk, and in Texas and parts of the Midwest, they added this now. So shows a few strong severe storms possible Thursday from mid Missouri Valley and Ohio Valley across parts to western southern Texas. So be aware. And then day 4 shows potential too low Friday, and Saturday they apparently they removed it for Saturday there, but for Sunday still here, slightly smaller than it was before, but still there. So we're gonna monitor this closely for Sunday. And Sunday, and they do have for Monday now, day 7 too, across parts of the southeast. So please be aware those areas that this is coming. And isolated dry. So we have some elevated fire threat in kind of the northern plains and the southeast today near the Appalachians. So be careful, especially there were some fires last few days. And then tomorrow, some isolated dry thunderstorms in New Mexico possible in far western Texas. So be aware too. And here shows like the probabilities for rain, mixed precipitation, snow. Day 2 and day 3, some freezing rain starts coming to the picture there, and the flash flooding. So be aware, still some heavy snow spots of the west. Excessive rainfall is tiny marginal today in Florida and in Texas and Oklahoma. Be careful. Day 2, marginal in southern Texas. Be careful too. Day 3 is light in southern Texas, and this you gotta be even more careful. I'll show you in a minute. And there's a marginal in the northwest too. Day 4 still is light in Texas and Louisiana. Be even more careful. And day 5, a marginal continues there. So day 1 through 7 now shows potentially close to 8 inches in total in southeastern Texas from this. So the models did go into some better agreement for all that heavy rain. So please be careful the flood threat there later this week into this weekend. And does show a similar thing for California and Oregon and the coast there. So even close to 6-7 inches in some spots. Same thing near Oregon as in Canada in British Columbia. So be aware. And more rain in the Midwest from those storms and everything. So be careful. Day 1 through 2, so array shows close to 5 inches. Day 1 through 3 array increases. Day 1 through 5. So yeah, most of these will fall between tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday. So be careful there. Let me just explain something here. Olá, ¿qué tal? Entonces van a haber estas tormentas en partes de México mañana miércoles, día 26, por la tarde, unas zonas del norte de México. Pueden haber unas tormentas más fuertes así, o hasta algunas severas en algunas zonas con vientos más fuertes y granizo. Entonces, precauciones y más algunas tormentas más al sur así. Y, y esto continúa un poco el jueves así, justo al norte de México, cerca de Texas, entonces más así otras zonas norte de México y alguna cosa más débil más al sur, así, y quizás el viernes por la mañana o durante la noche, más algunas así en México. Entonces, precauciones con esas tormentas y la acumulación de lluvia puede ser bastante alta en estas zonas, no tan alta como en Estados Unidos, pero quizás sea como 74 milímetros 98, unas zonas de 79, y así más al norte casi 122. Entonces, precauciones. Un otro tiene 46, 50, y este otro como 50, 58. Entonces está un poco diferente así en cada uno, pero precauciones. Y en el resto del Caribe muestran los próximos 5 días más lluvias en América Central, así en Panamá y Costa Rica, principalmente al sur de Panamá, más tormentas, algunas lluvias en Nicaragua, Honduras, Belice, más débiles así, y quizás unos frentes cerca de Española, com casi 50 milímetros, más en Cuba, más al centro y este de Cuba, y algunas lluviasitas así en Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, y más zonas. Y en el Caribe así, más débil, pero puede haber algunas lluviasitas así, un poco en el sur de los Bahamas también. Entonces, precauciones. Muestra ahora este frente en Cuba y los Bahamas día 25 hoy, con un poco de tormentas, y así quizás día 26, 27, algunas lluvias así pasando, día 29, 30, más algunas lluviasitas así, alguna tormenta. Y en América Central una cosa parecida así. Good, so be aware those areas, especially in northern Mexico. So here, for the rain now, these different models, the European in Texas has all the way to 9 inches in the next 5 days. Even in Corpus Christi, some 9 inches, it's some 8 inches, other spots there, has even to 10 inches in a few spots, some 9, 8 inches, and even like to 5 inches further north, spots of Houston just 1 inch, but in Louisiana close to 5 inches. So there's the GFS, slightly less, but does have like 5 inches, 9 inches as well, even like 9.5 inches. In other spots to 8, 6 to 7 inches. So even San Antonio some 3 to 4 inches. There's the icon shoes more concentrated along the coast, 6 to 8 inches, more spots there. So stay safe in those areas. Be careful those storms, plus some flooding that might happen. You see more rain here from those storms Sunday especially, and some other days, and in the Pacific Northwest. So stay safe there. Here, like you see the snow lingering spots of Canada, this goes spots central eastern Canada, and by Friday this freezing rain to the northern Midwest and southern Canada. So be aware, some snow, show storms, maybe a few spots Saturday as well, and the Gulf too, and shows like some snow on the west. Then this goes into Sunday, still some ice and storms moving east, and some snow behind it. So some more storms. Shows this is Monday, still shows some storms and a lot of snow and ice possible into eastern Canada and into the west again. Shows potential some more. So be aware those areas. Check out our video from yesterday to see an outlook on the temperatures here, and yeah, be careful the severe weather and everything. And we still have here like the Colorado State University for Sunday, slightly lower than what I showed yesterday, but still shows some. So stay safe. Week 3, week 2, the supercell composite still shows some potential in the south. So be aware.